All right, everybody. Something a little different for the post-draft rankings. We're going to do it in video format. Oh, just let me close some of these tabs so we don't need Google Chrome taking up all that memory. Anyway, let's just start right off then with the final standing projection, according to ESPN, I guess. Team Bot, number one. Seems like ESPN really loved your draft. We'll have to dive in and see if we agree. Followed by Mike, Jason, Dan, my dad's team. We'll see about that one. Pretty sure he drafted about four defenses. And then the rest. They hate Jack, they hate Sam, hate Neil, don't love Casey, me, or Suda. Okay? So that's interesting. If you're curious, as I am, just want to look at last year. I wondered if I could see last year's projection. Oh, they get rid of it, don't they? Because they only have results here. I was curious to see if we could look and see how their projection from last year did. Oops. Oh, it wants me to log into my Disney account. We will not be doing that. No siree. Let's get me back here. Okay. First thing I want to do is jump into, where did I see it? I think standings. And then if we go to this projected playoff bracket's empty, so it's kind of useless. But I liked, and we just looked at the projections here. They have game lines here, just a one-stop shop. That's what they say. See who's favored. Mike has a slight 5-point edge over me in week one. Team Bot has a huge 13-point spread over Chicken Cutlets. About 6 points for Casey over Jack. Same for Mito over JJ. About a field goal for Jason over my dad. And then double-digit spreads here. Flying Z over Neil. And over 2-touchdown favorite. Fermenter Salad over Alex Vikowski. That being a meeting of the last two winners of the championship. Trying to think of the best way to do this. Maybe if I go to box score, we could see a couple teams' rosters. Yeah, this could be one way to do it, maybe. I'd rather not do that. I'd rather just go to draft recap. Yeah, let's do it like this. Say we go by team for now. I really started going off the rails, I think, with Sam Laporta. If we go back to the round, could have gone Nico Collins, Olave. I didn't want to go Drake London, double Atlanta. Just didn't like the look of that. Um, Cook, Jacobs weren't thrilling me. I don't know. Bit risky. I don't really like going tight end early, but that's going to be a knock on my own team. Um, I don't know. I'm biased. I liked a lot of the guys I drafted, but once we got to about the Rome Odunze tier here, really don't know who a lot of these guys are. Mostly just looking at lists online for a couple of these names mid-draft. Chicken Cutlets, Garrett Wilson should have a big year with Aaron Rodgers. Kyron Williams was a beast last year, and now he's the guy in LA. I like the DJ Moore pick. I love the Malik Neighbors pick. I mean, come on. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Stroud, I could see. I kind of like him in the fifth round. I think that's fine, right? That seems good for a guy who was like, I don't know. They don't have his rank, but look at that. See that fucking chart? It's crazy. Don't know who this is. Keon Coleman seems like a cool rookie. I wanted Xavier Worthy. Um, and then whatever. GB, Devontae Adams. Okay. He's got Gardner Minshew throwing to him, which you know, Gardner Minshew's not terrible, but we'll see how that pans out. Derrick Henry's getting older for sure. But he's on Baltimore, who is going to run a lot. Brandon Ayuk could be a Steeler Oh, I don't know. That's definitely worse. I would say that's definitely worse than being on the 49ers. They're just going to score way more points here, but hopefully they resolve that contract for you. Jalen Waddle, that seems like good value in the fourth. Honestly, I feel like he was really good last year. Um, who else did you get here? Tony Pollard. Oh yeah, he signed here in the offseason. Right. Um, sure. Why not? David Njoku. We did a weird interview with him on SportsCenter like a month ago, and his dick was just fully outlined in his shorts. It was fucking crazy. Um, I like the Jordan Addison pick here. Why not? He was good, and he's got fucking Sam Darnold throwing to him. Sure. I don't know. Not really gonna worry too much about the rest of your guys here. I mean, Tua is your first QB drafted, right? Again, I mean Tua. Yeah, actually, I feel like that's a low. That's kind of a low number. 268 last year. Nah, whatever. He's fine. All right, we're already at 6 minutes. This is quite the video. Um, Jamar Chase, great pick. Joe Mixon, sure. I don't know. It just doesn't. He scored a lot of points, but I don't know. To me, I mean, again, I took Sam Laporta. Um, didn't scream like a guy I wanted too badly there. Alvin Kamara, started like really slow last year, I want to say. Does that sound right? Um, yeah, he was hurt. Oh no, okay. Once he started playing, he was great. All right. Zay Flowers, another guy that I don't know, pretty good. Kind of sucked. I mean, boom or bust down the stretch here. More boom though. Um, I don't know. Solid team, surprisingly. Um, the system did love it. I think you were one of the high ones on the ESPN projections. Like most people's teams, I mean, once you get to round seven and later, I mean, I'm not really gonna judge you on should you have taken Deontay Johnson or Jalen Warren or Christian Watson. You know, I don't think you're Devin Singletary. I mean, Devin Singletary is gonna be the lead running back on a football team, so you could do worse. Like you could have picked Mike Williams 4 picks later. Um, Mike's team is going to be carried by Christian McCaffrey. Drake London, a good pick. Like I mentioned earlier, should have a much better year. Eric Moody likes him. Eric Moody, one of the no comment. Travis Kelsey, tried and true pick. Probably not going to go wrong there. Amari Cooper, underrated, I think. Right? I mean, solid number one. James Conner, everyone reacted to this being a reach. I don't really know what I think. Probably felt like I don't know, fifth overall, 57th overall. I wish it still would tell me what his ADP is, but whatever. Yeah, I mean Aaron Rodgers, you know, betting on the old man, could pay off, could not. Um, yeah, that's about it. Adam Thielen, Brandon Cooks, kind of got a few of the old guys here on your team. Miles Sanders, Coach Wick's Angels, Brees Hall. I love the pick. If you hadn't picked him, I think I would have taken him instead of Bijan. Nico Collins was the guy that I was really looking at instead of Sam Laporta. So you and me were trading blows. But on the other hand, not a fan of Josh Jacob this year. Really happy I got Cooper Cup. Not to, just we're done with my team. Trey McBride, unironically, I mean, what round is this? The fourth round. Like he wasn't really a starter here. Like wasn't playing. And then where are the targets? 14 targets, 5, 9, 7, 9, 9, 11, 8. Like that's fucking crazy. I think he was like the best tight end in fantasy from like this point onward. Something like that. I don't know. But he's a beast. Hollywood Brown, again, somebody is gonna be a good wide receiver for the Chiefs this year. Um, I kind of like this team, honestly. DeAndre Swift is tricky. I guess everyone on the Bears is a little tricky. So I know they got Herbert. It's moving on now. One girl, one cup. Casey. Jonathan Taylor. You know, this could be the good bounce back where everyone thought last year was the bounce back, but it's actually got to type really quick so none of my recent searches come up. Dude, why can I not? There it is. Um, yeah, I feel like it was sort of like, okay, amazing season. Then he got hurt, and then he was supposed to like last year was supposed to be like the bounce back from injury, and instead he just kind of took forever to come back. Didn't play well. Um, so that being said, is now the bounce back? Maybe. This video is getting long, and I have so many teams left. Um, Marvin Harrison Jr., you know, the big rookie. That's just a fun risk to take. But typically, rookie wide receivers of that caliber are really good. Mike Evans, old reliable, 1,000 receiving yards every single season, something like it's crazy. Um, David Montgomery, good pick. A lot of people in the FaceTime were pissed off when you took this guy. Evan Ingram, I think, is a great tight end value at round 5. I think if I hadn't gone Sam Laporta, I was pretty interested in going for him or maybe even a Mark Andrews or Trey McBride. So I'm into that. And Joe Burrow. I mean, again, we're like, I know he's been injured, but we are how many seasons removed? You know, 2 seasons removed from this. I mean, hell, even I'm sorry, like the 4,400 yards there and 35 touchdowns was great too. I mean, oh, sorry if you heard me clap. I thought I killed a fly, but I did not. So yeah, I mean, if he stays healthy, you're happy. I don't know who this is. I don't know who this is. Jaden Daniels. He's cool. His elbow looks fucked up in real life. Yeah, that's all I got here. I don't know. Kind of feel kind of lukewarm on this team if I'm gonna give it a word. Um, may I please have some cootie? Jalen Hurts. I don't think anybody recognized that this pick happened. Honestly, that's the first quarterback, right, by far. Because I remember somewhere around when, well, yeah, before I think it was before Josh Allen got picked. Dan asked, "Has there been a QB picked?" And I was like, "Yeah, Patrick Mahomes got drafted." Well, or not. Maybe it wasn't Dan because Dan took Mahomes. Someone asked it. That really went under the radar. Jalen Hurts, end of the first. Kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. I mean, he's good. I mean, you had the back-to-back pick, so you could look at it however you want. That you took him in the second round, you know, whatever. I might have done that just for optics, but you know, Jahmyr Gibbs, great pick. Um, he's awesome. Deebo Samuel, great pick. Ramondre Stevenson was a head scratcher, but maybe I don't know. I mean, the offense, right? If we're being realistic, the offense is going to be so bad, probably, but it should be better than it was last year, I guess. But yeah, scratched my head a little. That's all I'm saying. George Kittle, Rashee Rice. I mean, this is a system pick. You always got to take Rashee Rice right about there. Um, yeah, I mean, Mostert again was like the superstar last year, except once Devon Achan took over, he kind of made him look not silly, but I mean, I don't know. Who's to say it doesn't continue again this year? I mean, look at these 45-point games, 34-point games. Like, um, it's crazy. This fucking fly is still buzzing around me. It's pissing me off. Um, who's your quarterback? Jalen Hurts. See, I already forgot. Trevor Lawrence though. Sure. Uh, yeah, Tyreek Hill. I was really tempted to take Tyreek Hill, but I had him last year. You know, I don't know. Just wanted someone new, but I mean, how can you? Tyreek Hill is just he's Tyreek Hill. I mean, like look at what he was doing last year. I believe he was the number one receiver in fantasy last year. Like 30 points, 40 points, 30 points, 28, 25, 25, 30, 25, 32. Monstrous. Travis Etienne. Kind of forgot about him. He had a really good year. Sure. Mahomes. I feel like Mahomes in the third. I'm good with that. I feel like he's typically a first or second round, not first, but typically a second rounder most years, right? Um, Mark Andrews again. I think you just say I locked up a top five tight end minimum, right? So I think that feels good. Zamir White, kind of an underrated pick here. He's going to be the guy, right? I saw they signed Alexander Madison, but like you're the dude. Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk, I forget he had a trend last year that was really fun to watch. I want to say it was something like if Calvin Ridley played, he did well. If he didn't, he something like that. You know what I mean? DeAndre Hopkins took your guy Blake Corum. Sure, I wanted him. Seems like there could be some upside there, especially if Kyron Williams gets hurt. Oh, you took Madison. You took your. There you go. Didn't notice that. All right, only five more teams. Gonna try to keep this under 20 minutes. Um, so yeah. Um, the all right Frankies. Jefferson, great first round pick. Can't go wrong there. I don't care who his quarterback is. It's Justin Jefferson. Michael Pittman Jr. I thought was a good pick. I mean, he was super solid last year. Like, I don't know. That's an extremely consistent season. The 9 points in the championship kind of hurts, but whatever. Um, Kenneth Walker. Yeah, I mean, again, he's a starter on a good team, right? Or a decent team at least. Lamar. I love Lamar. Lamar in the fourth feels better than Mahomes in the third to me. Um, and I don't know who got Josh Allen. Is he down here? I was gonna say I feel like where did Josh Allen go now? Fuck. Oh, is the very next team we're talking about. Okay, so they both went in the fourth round. I feel like those are two. Like I'm jealous. I feel like if I could have got those in the fourth round, I would have been pretty happy. Anthony Richardson, I got 53rd, basically 5 picks after these guys or so. So, Najee Harris, just a solid guy. I mean, last year the fear was like, is Jalen Warren going to take over? Oh, I'm not going to keep this under 20 minutes. Oh my God. Blah 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 blah. Jerry Judy. Oh, I almost got the fly. Uh, okay, here is Jerome's auto-drafted Robo team. AJ Brown, a Philly, definitely wouldn't have done. Probably not. I could have seen him taking Isaiah Pacheco for sure. That seems right up his alley. I just don't have much love for Pacheco. I don't know. He loved DK Metcalf. Oh man, if there's one thing that guy loved. He was a big fan of Keenan Allen. Josh Allen, sure, a couple of Allens. I don't know. It's hard to judge an auto-drafted team. I like Keenan. I don't love Pickett. Pickens is cool. I don't know. Um, I mean, after that, it's just like, who fucking cares? Like, what do you get? 3 defenses, 2 kickers. Only one quarterback is surprising. Alex Wachowski. I honestly, when you see it like on paper like this, Saquon, Puka, Steven Diggs, that's a pretty that's a pretty nasty top three, right? Um, Devontae Smith again, pretty good value in the fourth. I feel like that feels pretty good to me. I don't know who Jonathan Brooks is. Is he the rookie? Yeah, crowded backfield that includes 2 dog shit running backs coming off an ACL injury and is expected to miss the first 3 to 4 games. Okay, that's not great for your fifth round pick, but it'll work out. Kyle Pitts, he's a meme kind of. I mean, despite being a meme, no, he sucked. Ezekiel Elliott, that's a meme pick. Jordan Love, sure. And then don't care. We're so close to 20 minutes. Amon-Ra St. Brown, dope, underrated first round pick for sure. Devon Achane, think you're taking a risk. Like obviously, I mean, he broke out of nowhere, right? But I mean, I think it's fucking worth. Look at this. And he only had these bad weeks because, like, again, Raheem Mostert was going crazy mode. A lot. So, all right, we're back. My headphones turned off on their own. That was crazy. That's why we're above 20 minutes. Um, all right, all right, all right. If we're over 20 minutes, I might as well take my time. Yeah, I mean, Achan's awesome. Like, he was so efficient. You're just, the only reason you wouldn't take him is you're like, he's gonna regress, but whatever. Fuck it. Rashad White, on the other hand, feels like the kind of boring pick instead, but like pretty consistent. Double digits almost every single game, 20 points a lot of games. Like, I feel like that's kind of a good play there. Don't have many thoughts on Dalton Kincaid. Whatever, tight end, you know. Tank Dell, I had Tank Dell last year, and I loved having Tank Dell last year. So, um, he did get hurt, but look at this. Couple of stinkers in the middle, but don't worry about those. Um, and Jigabo was supposed to be a bigger star last year. It didn't really pan out. Sorry, I'm burping now. It's disgusting. But seventh round for a guy that had a lot of pedigree. Fuck it. Took your boy Caleb Williams. I love that. Is that your only Chicago player? No, you got Roshan Johnson down here. Okay. I mean, Caleb looks really good, and CJ Stroud was a great fantasy QB last year, so why not, right? I don't know. This guy was right. Tyrone Tracy, wasn't he the one who was like looking really good in practice, and then he got hurt or something? But he's like, they said he's fine. Yeah, yeah, he's fine. Yeah, all right. Last but not least, Team Bot, the team that ESPN thinks is the best in the league post draft. Um, CeeDee Lamb number one again, great pick. I don't know why it says he's out. Out with what, contract dispute? I mean, again, I just want to look at him like 400 fucking points less. Like, what is it? That's insane. Is that real? Look at these numbers. Wow. Chris Olave, dope. James Cook. James Cook, I was staring. This is when I got Sam Laporta, and I just he was up ranked a little higher, and I just couldn't pull the trigger on him. I mean, he looks solid, consistent. I just couldn't. I don't know. Didn't like it. Aaron Jones in Minnesota is really interesting. The helmet made me laugh. He had a pretty down year. He was hurt a lot, right? Yeah. But I mean, he's been good his whole career. Chris Godwin, maybe tailing down. What was this by? Oh, sure. Interesting. Um, yeah. Anyway, Dak Prescott, QB. I mean, you know how my boy Stephen A. feels about him. Lad McConkey. This had to be a Pinto or a Joey D pick. There's just no doubt in my mind. Luke is not out here taking white rookie wide receivers on his own, but hey, he looks like a nice guy. Um, yeah, I don't know, not much else to say. You took Marshawn Lynch's, oh my God, Marshawn Lynch's boy. Um, yeah, I don't know. I think that might be it. I mean, best team, number one right here. Of course, I would give I'll just do like a top five. I'm number one, I guess. God, where was it? There's someone I really liked. This is tough. This is really tough. Let's go number two on Dan. Let's go number two on Dan. Let's go. It's a good. It's hard not to like McCaffrey and the boys. Mm, Let's go number 3, chicken cutlets. I like Malik Neighbors and Stroud a lot, you know. Number 4, uh, Vikowski. Number 5, ah, boy, this is tough. Number 5, let's give it to the Frankies. All right, Frankies, number 5. Um, shit, yeah, I mean, that's gonna do it for post-draft rankings. I'm sorry this video is 25 minutes long. Um, again, I mean, here are your matchups. Me and Mike play week 1. Then you got Team Bot versus Chicken Cutlets, slight favorite for Chicken Cutlets. Casey versus Jack, very close game here. Another close one between the Frankies and the Cooties. Let's go over here one more. Jake's World, fuck football. Another close one. I mean, all of these are really close ones, but weren't there like 2? Yeah, here you go. Dan over Neil, a little bit more of a favorite. And same for Fermenter Salad over Vikowski. Trying to make that pick bigger. Um, yeah, that's it. Post draft rankings kind of in the books.